Actually, they said that to me in there. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I mean, we got way bigger goals, and it's on to the next one. So it's nice to get this win here because we know this is a good football team. It's nice to come out here and play good on the road, and we'll move on to the next one, enjoy this one for a little bit, and move on to the next one.
Nick Sirianni, coach of the Eagles, trying to downplay the fact that they won the division, and that's the difference between the Eagles and the Vikings. Like the Vikings were talking about, oh, it's a T-shirt and hat game. So what? So what? Are you playing this to win a T-shirt and a hat that says you're division champions, or you're playing for something more? The Eagles clearly play for something more. The Eagles, the best team in the conference, arguably the best team in the entire NFL, although the 49ers may have something to say about it if they cross paths in the postseason. But the Eagles do clinch. They're 12-1. They're a step closer to the 1 seed, which feels like it's just a matter of time. And it's just amazing to see what Jalen Hurts has done. First quarterback in NFL history to have 10-plus rushing touchdowns in back-to-back seasons. He had 217 passing yards, 77 rushing yards, 3 total touchdowns. And they make it look easy. That's the thing. As the season goes on, they're getting better and better. That is the hallmark of the team of destiny. They just get better and better. And I think they're going to be very hard to beat the rest of the way.
Yeah, one point of clarification. You sort of mentioned that it was a hat and T-shirt game. They clinched a playoff berth, not the division title. The Cowboys still technically alive in the
I
NFC
understand.
East.
I meant for the Vikings, it was but for the Vikings were smitten with the idea that they were playing a T-shirt and hat game. That's not the mentality that I think you'll want. I think you want the mentality to be a playoff berth is just a stepping stone to our broader goal. It reminds me last year or 2 years ago when Devin White was complaining he didn't make it to the Pro Bowl and Tom Brady gave him a hard time about it. We don't care about the Pro. You care about the Pro Bowl? We're trying to win the Super Bowl, man. So subtle difference, but keep your eye on the prize. And the prize isn't getting to the playoffs. The prize is winning when you get there. And the Eagles, they just have that vibe about them. And look, a lot can happen, but it sure feels like the Eagles are on their way.
No, it does. And I mean, we've talked about this before. What I love about the Eagles is just their adaptability, right? Go back a couple weeks and they were running for 350 plus yards, most rushing yards since 1948. And then you go last week and they beat the Titans through the air. And then this week they do it through the ground again, 253 rushing yards for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's great how they can go from 1 week to the next and they say, okay, this is our game plan for this team. This is our game plan for that team. We understand how we know we can win, right? And it's just a really, 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 really good way of trying to do that because it means that you always have answers. And that's the biggest thing sometimes with teams. They don't always have the answers. The Eagles have figured out a way to have an answer for pretty much anything that a team puts in front of them. So, yeah, I mean, it's a matter of time before, they not just clinch a playoff berth, but they clinch the division. They get the hats and T-shirts. They probably are going to clinch that #1 overall seed and then get that bye. And then we'll see what happens once they make it to the postseason. But the way they play offensively and defensively, and then they get things done on special teams too, I don't see why the Eagles can't be that team that comes out of the NFC.
I hope we see the image of Jalen Hurts getting the hat and T-shirt and he throws him aside because I think in his mind, that's what he'll want to do. He doesn't care about the hat and T-shirt. He cares about a lot more than that. Kirk Cousins, don't care about the hat and the T-shirt. Don't care about that. You should be.
He'll just wear the hat and then he'll wear the chain and then he'll be shirtless.
That's true.
Whenever they
That's
clinch.
true.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.